Hi guys, it's me SB Studs, and welcome back to LEGO Set Saturdays. This is the series where I build and review a LEGO set and then give my personal opinion on the set in an out of 10 rating system. Today, I'm reviewing LEGO Set 75945, which is the LEGO Harry Potter set Expecto Patronum. It has 121 pieces, 4 minifigures, is recommended for ages 7 and up, and costs $29.99 in Australia. But before we get into today's mock showcase, my channel is nearing 200 subs, so if you want to see more LEGO content like set reviews, mock showcases, and more, then go down below and destroy that like and subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications as it helps me keep creating content. And while you're down there in the description, liking at the video, hop over to my Instagram. I post tutorials from my mock videos and sneak peeks from my thumbnails and videos, so if you want to check it out, the link to my Instagram is in the description below. But with all of that out of the way, let's build this.
On Christmas Eve night, we and our guests gather in the Great Hall for a night of well-mannered frivolity. As representatives of the host school, I expect each and every one of you to put your best foot forward, and I mean this literally because the Yule Ball is first and foremost a dance. A dance, a dance, a dance, a dance, 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 dance.
Put your hands in the air and drop the broom.
So, here's the final product. In my personal opinion, this is a really good set for anyone who wants to expand their Forbidden Forest in their LEGO Harry Potter collection. The build goes hand in hand with Aragog's Lair and Umbridge's Encounter, and the price and minifigures also makes it sort of like a half battle pack. And since the minifigures are probably the reason you'll buy this set, let's instead have a look at the box. So, on the front of the box, we have the LEGO and Harry Potter logo. We then have the age range, 7+, as I said before, the set number, 75945, and the set name, Expecto Patronum, because this is the scene where Harry casts his full, complete Patronus. Then we have a very nice picture of the set in a hole, the trees, and Harry and Sirius, and the two Dementors, and Harry's Patronus. And then also up the top we have the picture of the Order and the Phoenix crew, which you get in every LEGO Harry Potter set. You then have the minifigures down here. Basically it shows the two Dementors, Sirius Black, Harry Potter. It does not show the stag, Patronus, because that's not really a minifigure. And then it has the Wizarding World logo, because this is the Wizarding World license to the Wizarding World, I guess. And they have to put that licensing on there for legal reasons. Then flipping to the side, we have the LEGO and Harry Potter logo, set number, the set name in a couple of different languages. Then we have the LEGO Life logo with its link. Then we have, on this side, we have the LEGO logo, the set number, this symbol, which I think means that it's recyclable, the warning choke it hazard, small parts in a bunch of different languages, the warning against kids under 3. Then we have, I know that you can't see this because I bought this set at a retail store, but this should be the item number and the barcode, and then we have this packaging symbol. Then on this side, we have the LEGO Harry Potter logo, set number, the LEGO kind of support link. Then shows you where the components were made: Denmark, Hungary, Mexico, China, and the Czech Republic, and where it was manufactured. Then we have, I think that this is the name of the set in a bunch of different languages again. Again, that under 3 age rating, then just a couple of symbols. Then on this side, we have the LEGO logo, set number, Warner Brothers and Wizarding World logo, then just some copyright information and stuff like that. Then we have a nice showing of minifigures, Sirius Black looking at the stag with Harry fighting off the Dementors. And here we have the scale. This basically just tells you how big the minifigures are in real life, and it just gives you a sense of scale. So here we have Sirius Black. I can put him on here, and as you can see, he fits up pretty much perfectly with this scale, because as you can see, if you put Sirius Black here, he would look smaller than he actually is. So it just tells you how big the set actually is. Then, if we move around, we then have the two Dementors flying away, and just another picturing of how you can set the scene up. And then we have the Lego logo set number. The lego.com/Harry Potter basically shows you the theme page. That just shows you some of the things you can do. So you have that play feature with Patronus that you can shoot at the Dementors, and then you can show Harry casting his Patronus. But yeah, that's pretty much the box. And now that we've actually had a look at the box, let's actually have a look at the minifigures. So, starting off with the star of the show, Harry Potter. This minifigure is pretty accurate to the scene that he's being depicted in. It is quite a common minifigure, however, you can find him in sets like Hagrid's Hut and also the Night Bus, and I think a couple of other sets, but I just can't remember them in my brain right now. But anyway, it's, as I said, pretty accurate. He comes with the MIDI, I think they're called MIDI legs in tan, which do not have any printing, but I don't think MIDI legs even have printing normally, so that's kind of just okay. His torso is pretty good. I like the zipper details and the blue shirt, and it's an upgrade from his older version back in like the 2008 Harry Potter sets, so I think that's pretty good. And the back printing is nothing special, but it's accurate for what the set's trying to do. And then he has a dark, I think it's called a dark brown, it's like a dark reddish brown wand. He comes with his year 1 and 2 hair, which does change when he goes into the year 4 sets. And that is specially molded so you can see his lightning scar, which is pretty cool. And then you can see that he has an alternate sort of angry expression, as well as the calm, happy expression, which you can currently see. Then we go on to probably one of the biggest draws for the set, which is Sirius Black. Sirius Black, for any of you who don't know, and spoilers, as I said at the start of the video, for Prisoner of Azkaban is indeed Harry Potter's godfather, and they think he's a villain, but he is the godfather of Harry Potter. And as you can see, he's pretty cool looking, and this is the only set you can get him in, which I think was a bit weird because there's other clothes he should be in, and I'm sure that they'll put him in another set. But anyway, he looks like a pretty cool minifigure. He's got these really cool sort of like prisoner robes, because he was in the Azkaban, which was the wizard prison essentially. So he has sort of this light grey, dark grey jumpsuit kind of, with this dark grey cloak with like some mud details on it, which I think is pretty awesome. Then, as you can see on his chest, he has these sort of symbols, I think, scratched into him. I think that's because people thought he was a Death Eater, I think. Which, if you don't know what a Death Eater is, they're pretty much like Voldemort's kind of like soldiers. Voldemort's soldiers, essentially. And I also really like how his clothes look ragged and torn up and stuff, and I think that's like really awesome. And you can see that design further goes into the back print, which is really good. So as you can see, it's all torn up and scarred and scratched, and there's bunches of folds. I guess it could have been nice for actually us to get a trench coat piece, but probably that's a bit too much to ask for a set like this. Then he has, I think, I'm going to call, I don't know what it's actually called, but I'm going to call it like the 80s rockstar hairpiece. Except this is in dark brown, which actually I think is pretty accurate to what Sirius Black actually looks like. So I think that was a good decision by LEGO to do that. And then he has two expressions, this kind of smiling, happy expression, and then this angry, sort of barbarian, angry expression, which I think is also really good. Then we have the Dementors. This set comes with two Dementors, and I think the Dementors actually look really fantastic. They're really upgraded from the last time that we saw them, and I think that that's just, they just look awesome, essentially. Basically, they have this sort of, I think that this was used originally in the Hidden Side sets, where it's like this ghostly sort of leg form, where it's like ghostly and it's like got one pillar and it's like, it's elemental and stuff, which I think is really awesome, and it's got some black designs. It kind of like has holes in it, which look just fantastic, I think. Then we have this pretty cool chest piece, which I think is pretty good. Shows like the folds and like the fleshiness and the robes of Dementors, which are supposed to be horror, in case you don't know what a Dementor is. He doesn't have any arm printing or anything like that, and I think the grey hands were kind of weird. They kind of stuck out to me, but then like I went back to the movie and they do kind of have grey hands, so it's kind of okay. Then he has this fantastic cape piece, which looks holy and stuff like Dementors. Like, Dementors look like rotting corpses, which I think was fantastic, and LEGO's really done like a cracker job on this. It is not soft cloth. It's like regular cloth, so it's not like a superhero cape that you get nowadays. It's just regular cloth. But they do not have any back printing, which is kind of a shame, but then again, you don't really see the back that much because of the cape. Then, there's only one expression, which is open expression, because, again, spoilers for Prisoner of Azkaban, Dementors have this thing where they kiss you. I know that kissing sounds good, but, not if they're rotten corpses, because if they kiss you, you die, essentially. So that's like their kissing, mouth, where they're like, yeah. And then I really like how it's all hooded. The hood, like, makes it look really covered, and that there isn't any eye printing or anything like that, just like actual Dementors, except that there's kind of like that bony cheekbone texture, which I think was, looks really cool, and really, really like, kudos to LEGO for going that far with these Dementors. I think they look absolutely fantastic. Then we have, even though this isn't really a minifigure, I think it was important to show this off, we have Harry Potter's stag. This is basically Harry Potter's Patronus, which ward off Dementors, and they all, and when you cast a full Patronus, or complete Patronus, they take the form of an animal you're connected to. So, Harry Potter casts a stag, because I think that that's what either his dad's or his mum's Patronus was. And this is, I think, really good mold. I think that this comes from the reindeer piece, which was in the Elf Clubhouse. Someone in the comments can fact check for me for that, but I think that's where the mold comes from. But it's an absolutely fantastic mold, and something that was really clever by LEGO is that they made, they put like these, they're not sequins, they're glitter. They like put glitter into the plastic, so it looks like it's sparkly and it's magical like the Patronuses actually do. And I think that was really cool. And on every side, as you can see, it just looks pretty cool. And you can, like, it's not hard to tell that this is like a stag. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, pretty cool Patronus. And once you get this Patronus, then if you need, the only other set you need to get all the Patronuses is the Room of Requirements set. By the way, if you want to know what comes in the Room of Requirements set, because it does come with the Patronuses, but also comes with some also really awesome stuff, then you can check my review of it in the description below and in the iCard up in the top right hand corner. But it's just cool to get all the Patronuses, I guess, and you can like have like all of them battling Dementors and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all the minifigures and accessories and stuff like that. Let's actually go on to the set. So, starting off with this smaller tree build, I think that this is actually a nice little build. It's not too complicated, and I think it does its job. I like how they kind of made it kind of mesh between grass, sand, and water. And so I think that they did a good job with that. And I also really like that they used these sand green leaves. I think that was a pretty good choice, and so I think they look pretty good. I think they look better than if they were like dark green or green. That is probably my main complaint about the Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter set, where I think that the colour that they used for the tree is, I think just like the tree leaves is just a bit weird. But anyway, I think it does a pretty good job, and I think that I actually kind of really like it. I like how it's a bit more I guess, sporadic and random, a bit more random, which I find that Lego trees are often a bit samey, and they aren't very sporadic and natural looking, but this one actually looks pretty natural, I think. And then we also have this sort of just pile of stones and rubble, which is where you're supposed to, according to the box, place Sirius Black, where after he's basically transformed into the werewolf and is too tired, so that Harry Potter can then defend him from all the Dementors when they come around. So that's just what they advise you to do when you're like kind of setting up this place. Then we also just have this small like shrubbery, probably seaweed or dead grass or something like that, which just adds a bit of flavour to this whole set. Then we've got the second build, which is, again, very kind of similar to the first build, except that, again, it's still quite different in many ways. I still think that it looks different enough to the last tree, and it's kind of still has like the same style, yet it looks just very, very different. Again, I really like that they use these sand green leaves, and the only thing I would have liked is for this tree to also have that tan bottom like this one, because then it feels like, oh, if I place it here, then it's like the water, it feels a little bit too low. I feel like it should be like at level or maybe just a bit higher than this one. That's just a little bit of a nitpick, but honestly I just was a bit irked by it. And then we have pretty much like, I'd say the only built-in play feature with this whole set. Basically, if you don't know your Harry Potter lore, Patronuses can defend against Dementors. So here's just an example of that, and basically you either have a full Patronus, which takes the form of an animal, or you have a unfulfilled or incomplete Patronus, which is just like an orb that defends against Dementors. And this is how the play feature works. So yeah, you can just fire it at a Dementor and it will knock them over, and that can be like how you like scare the Dementors away and stuff. And I think it's like pretty cool actually. And I guess it does look a little bit weird as display thing, but honestly you can just take this and the stud shooter out and then it's just not really a problem. The only thing that is kind of a problem is that this color really sticks out. I would just really like for Lego to get this snot brick in just the regular brown color, because not only would I think that would be really useful, it's just that it sticks out way too much. It's like orangey and stuff, which feels like it would be good if it was like an autumn type of thing, but it feels very dark and orange. So I don't think that brick fulfills it. So again, you just have that problem of Lego not printing parts in, or not molding parts in their right colors. So just an overall, like my overall thoughts on this whole set, I think that this set does have its very good qualities. I think that the stag mold is amazing. I love how they put the sparkles in it. And as I said, if you get this set and then you get the Room of Requirements set, you get all the Patronuses that you can currently get in Lego Harry Potter sets, unless you get some of the older ones. But as I said, if you want to know how you can get those other Patronuses, then I do have the video of my review of the Lego Harry Potter Room of Requirements set, which will be in the description below if you want to check it out. It's a pretty good review. But there's also, again, as I said, some other pretty cool elements. I do like this stud shooter, and it's pretty easy to remove, so it's not like a huge hassle. I like how the trees are built. I think that they look very Forbidden Foresty, and I like that. I like the color of the leaves and stuff. I think that that's pretty cool. And the trees builds are pretty good overall. The only thing I'd say is kind of bad for them is the back, because you have the grey and the black. So that's just like the only like really thing that's like kind of disappointing about them. And as I said, and as you heard me said before, the Dementors, since you get 2 Dementors in here, and it's almost the price of a battle pack, like a Star Wars battle pack, they're kind of acts as like a half Dementor battle pack, which I think is kind of like a neat idea. I actually do wish that they did do a Dementor battle pack, because that could be really cool if someone wanted to make a Prisoner of Azkaban, or an Azkaban mock, or something like that. That would be pretty cool, I think. But just as well as that, I think that the other minifigures are pretty good. Harry Potter is what you get, as I said, what you get in pretty much all the current sets. You get a variant every once in a while. But honestly, you can't really blame LEGO for that, because this is his exact appearance in the movie, and you can't really like shame them on that, because he just appears in this outfit loads in the movie. And as I said when I was doing the minifigure review, the Sirius Black minifigure is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love him. He is just such a really awesome minifigure with such great details. And also, if you do buy this like a battle pack where you want more trees and more Dementors, this guy's like, maybe like in a couple of years, will actually go for quite a bit. So you might be able to sell them. Although I guess if you buy too many, you'll flood the market, and then like they'll be pretty cheap. But yeah, these guys will be pretty good, and it's not like this stuff isn't like you could use his torso and legs as like an Azkaban mock as well. So like it's not like all. But overall, I do think that there is a lack of play features, because as I said, you can like play with like Harry Potter and stuff, and you can like make them do like defeat the Dementors or something, but like actual like playable play features like this stud shooter, I think they're just a little bit lackluster. I would have liked a couple more play features, because this is like a play set, so I think that there should be more play features. Maybe if there was more Patronus blasts, or I don't know, a way for the Dementors get launched at Harry Potter, or to have like a stick to make them fly around would be pretty cool. But overall, I think that it's a very solid set, and very good if you want to expand your Forbidden Forest set. So overall, for this set, I think I'm going to give this set about I'll say a 6 out of 10, which is still good. 6 out of 10 is pretty good. Like, I'd say like 1 out of 10 is like completely trash. 10 out of 10 is like the most fantastic set you can ever get. And 6 out of 10 is like, yeah, it's pretty good. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe so that I can keep making videos like this. If you want to see more set reviews, mock showcases, I'm thinking of doing some challenge videos, and interacting with more YouTube creators on the platform. So watch out for that, because I think that will be a pretty awesome time for my channel. So make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss that stuff. Also, as I said, I am posting tutorials, like little YouTube LEGO tutorials on my Instagram. So little tutorials for like brickwork, little techniques, snot techniques on my Instagram, as well as sneak peeks on thumbnails, video making, and other just regular stuff like that. So if you want to check that out, the link to my Instagram is in the description below. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Sterling out.